Hello everybody, Dale Skaggs, Dixon Gallery and Gardens, here to show you a really exciting plant. It may in fact be the first one that's ever bloomed in Shelby County. It's a plant that you don't usually see here. We as gardeners love plants that sort of push the envelope on what we can grow, and this certainly does. This is the hardiest of all of the agaves. This is Agave ovatifolia, or whale's tongue agave, and it's monocarpic, which that's just a fancy way to say once it blooms it dies. So hopefully it'll produce a lot of seed in the process. But about a month ago, this plant started emerging, and we saw this little asparagus-like stalk that kept getting taller and taller and taller, and now it's reached tree-sized proportions. I mean, the bottom of this is about as big around as my leg, and the flowers just opened over the weekend. I understand some of them are bat-pollinated, some are bee-pollinated, but right now it is ripe and the pistils are ready and the anthers are dehiscing, so we're getting some seed set now. Come on out and see this. It's pretty amazing sight to see, especially if you've never experienced an agave in bloom. Agaves are very important plants in Central America, in the Americas in general, where they grow in the hot areas, very hot and dry. And it's fitting that we'd be talking about it today, because today is the first day of triple-digit heat indexes that we're having here in the Mid-South. So, but anyway, this was planted about 8 years ago. They call them century plants because they only bloom once every 100 years. Not really. They bloom sporadically, and it takes several years for them to get established, depending on the soil and the environment and that. But this one's been really happy here. Planted it as a 1 gallon, like I said, about 8 years ago, and it has done exceptionally well. It overwinters just perfectly fine because it is the hardiest of all the agaves. We've combined it here with this cedar back here. This is one of the true cedars. This is a Cedrus atlantica, a smaller cultivar called Horseman, and it likes the dry conditions as well, along with the Euphorbia wolfenii, which is one of my favorites. I think the combination of this, the hard texture of this with the drooping needles and the round clusters of flowers, along with Juniper's Conferta Gold Rush over here. I think it's a great combination. No supplemental irrigation, extremely dry, surrounded by asphalt, and it's really been fun to watch. I know we're doing some time-lapse photography and some other things that you can watch for, so we can watch this thing unfold. But anyway, the plant is used for fiber. It's used obviously in making tequila and mezcal, and agave nectar is commonly used as a sweetener to substitute for sugar. People use it in their coffee, and it actually comes from the stalk whenever it's emerging. There's a lot of sweet sap in there, and that's extracted to make the agave nectar. But just a really special plant flowering here at the Dixon Gallery and Gardens. So I urge you to come out and see it. Just started flowering over the weekend, so probably has another 10 days or so with flowers, and hopefully we'll get lots of seed, because this is its swan song. It's a big celebration, and then it's gone. So come see it. Thanks.